Losing your shit. When is it okay? And when is it not okay? We've all been there. What are your thoughts, Matt?
Well, Naeem, let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of Midlife Playbook. We're going to talk about losing our shit. I take it maybe you might have lost your shit today on somebody.
Listen, man, I am pretty good at keeping my cool,
Absolutely.
and a lot of times I let stuff roll off my back. But today, the envelope just got pushed way too far. So I'm going to make a really, really long story real short, just so you guys don't get bored on me. But I drove all the way up to Cleveland today, which was a 4.5 hour ride. Could be almost 5 hours with my car because I got to stop and plug the damn thing in. It's a big pain in the ass. But anyway, so after this long drive, I go up to Cleveland for one meeting. It's a lunch meeting. I ordered the lunch the day before. It's catered, it's supposed to come in. I show up to the office and there is one bag of food with 2 entrees in it. I'm trying to feed 15 people.
Oh, shit.
Right?
That ain't going to do it.
Right. And these people, these are doctors, man. Their lunches, they're pushed on their lunch breaks. It's like they come in, they inhale their food,
And they
you
gone.
get to talk, and then they're gone. So what am I supposed to do? And then I got this whole staff looking at me like, where's our food? What are we going to eat? So I'm scrambling. I'm calling the company that caters it, which is a third party. They're trying to call the restaurant who's not answering. They're putting me on hold. They're getting back in touch with me. I'm just getting frustrated by the second, right?
Right. And the whole time you're there for a presentation, right?
Right. I'm just here to do a presentation and talk and, hopefully close for some business.
Oh, fucking thanks a lot, Denver. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for scoring. No, they scored. It's fine.
Oh,
Don't worry
a
about
Bengals fan.
The Bengals just need the Chargers to win.
Need the Chargers to
it's
win
fine.
today.
Yeah, whatever.
So, well, let's just face it, man.
Nobody cares
Bengals kind of suck this year.
Oh, do they kind of suck?
Burrow and Chase can do whatever they want, but the whole team, the defense sucks.
Yeah.
So
anyway, sorry. Go on.
So anyway, like I said, long story short, I go to the restaurant finally after about 35 minutes of fighting with the third party, with the actual restaurant not being able to get.
Wait a minute. You had to go to the restaurant?
I left my doctor's office where I was having a meeting and went to the restaurant.
Jesus.
I come in with the 2 stupid entrees that they brought, right?
Oh, no.
Throw them on the counter. And at this point, I'm still keeping my cool, but I'm clearly heated.
Right.
I look right at the lady who comes up to me, sir, may I help you? Where's your manager? Looked her right in her eyes. And she's like, let me go get him for you. And so she goes and gets the guy. He comes up front and he's like, yeah, may I help you? I said, yeah, I had a delivery that was supposed to be at an office at 11:45. It's not there. It's somewhere here. You delivered these 2 entrees for 15 people. Where's my food? He's like, oh, are you with the, I don't want to say what field I'm in, but he's like, are you with such and such office? I said, yeah, I am. He's like, oh, yeah, I got your food right here. I was going to go deliver it now. I said, it's almost been an hour. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know. Like, what do you mean you know? I just spent $400 on this lunch, and I'm supposed to be in a meeting right now talking with the doctor, but you instead are acting all cavalier. So that's what pissed me off, man.
Seems like you're over it now, though.
Yeah, right. Clearly I've gotten over this. But he was too damn cavalier about it. There was no empathy. There was no sense of urgency on his part.
Man.
So I said, you just get that food to the office. And I don't act like that. Yeah, I try. I've worked in the restaurant industry. I get it. I get the whole thing.
Oh, man.
But I looked at him. I said, you get that food there. And he's like, yeah, I'll get it there. And he's got one bag in his hand. And he's like, I got the food right here. I was like, is that, look at this run. Look at him ripping it off.
Yep. That's what we need.
Nice. Is that 30 yards?
Something like that.
Cool. Anyway, so I asked him, what's in that bag? He goes, this is your food. I said, that's not enough food for 15 people. And he's like, yeah, I need to make more than 2 trips to get it all in my car. I said, well, then make the trips. Get it in the car and get it to the office. And he's like, sir, I'm going to need you to calm down. I was like, I don't need to calm down. I need you to get that food to my office. And he's like, okay. And I said, and hurry up. And he says, well, you know what? Now I'm going to take my time. That's when I lost it.
And that's how the fight started.
I said, you're going to take your time? How about I call your corporate office and tell them that you told me that the food that was supposed to be delivered to me an hour ago, you said you were going to take your time. I said, get out of this restaurant and get the food to my office. I mean, at this point, luckily there were only 3 tables in the restaurant. And these people are scared out of their minds.
They don't know what to do. Check, please.
Right. I am just going at it. And then some poor kid who was cleaning the pop machine over there comes over. He's like, sir, sir, sir. And even the manager was like, you don't want any part of this, buddy. I just looked at him like, you should probably step away right now.
Oh, man.
And so and this is where I really went kind of overboard, in my opinion, is I looked at him and I said, get the food to the fucking office.
Oh,
and I
boy.
stormed out. And you better believe I went back to the office, and
Right.
2 seconds later, that guy comes rolling in on 2 wheels.
Damn.
And delivers the food to the office. We made 0 eye contact, but he did start talking shit about me to one of the employees in the office. I heard him talking. I was outside of the room.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I got the food. This isn't the kind of service I usually provide. I'm really sorry about this. And then he's
Mm-hmm.
it goes into a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
What are you whispering about?
Right.
You whispering about me? You talking shit?
Right.
You got something to say? Let's say it. And I'm not picking fights. I was just after that.
Coming back. Goddamn flag.
Flag.
That is almost guaranteed to be holding. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what. Oh, maybe not. They're walking.
They are walking forward.
They're walking forward, aren't they? Oh, it's on the defense. Let's go.
Decline it.
Let's go.
So anyway, that's my story. So losing your shit, that's the thing. Is it ever okay, or is it just always not okay?
Is it ever okay or not okay? So I will say it is probably losing your shit is probably more of a release of stuff that has been built up from a lot of not losing your shit.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Total sense.
Like as guys, we swallow a lot of emotion. We swallow a lot of feelings, whatever you want to call it. And I think stuff can build up and you lose your shit. And I think it sounds like today you had to drive to Cleveland, 3.5 hours?
Four.
Oh, that's right. You gotta plug into your wind-up car. I keep fucking
It's not a wind-up car, you ass.
Oh, let me plug in my wind-up car.
It'll beat your car race.
Watch net. Yeah.
You had a perfect comeback, but you don't even know what it is.
I don't even know. I
forgot.
forgot. Anyway. Yeah, so I think it is okay, but maybe not okay in a professional setting. But you weren't really in a professional setting.
No, I was in the restaurant touchdown.
You were in the restaurant touchdown. Let's go. Game over. Let's just end the game now. I think it's okay for our mental health to let go every once in a while. And I think it builds up to a point where somebody pisses you off. That dude was being cavalier, like your problem wasn't a problem to him.
Exactly.
He didn't give 2 shits about your very important meeting that is your livelihood.
Right.
That drove 5 hours for probably a 1 hour to 2 hour meeting.
Oh, for the 12-minute meeting.
Right. And then you turn around and drive 5 hours back home.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think it is okay to lose it every once in a while, because had you not lost your shit on that guy in that restaurant, who's not to say one of your potential clients would have said something that put you over the edge then.
Right.
Now you're losing your shit
on the wrong person.
On the very wrong person.
Right.
So in that case, I would say it was okay to lose your shit.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was warranted.
What I just thought about the term losing your shit, it's because, like you said, we take a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
So we're constantly taking shit. So think about a bag. I've just got all this shit in this bag. And then one day, the bag's too heavy, and I'm just going to lose it.
It's kind of like when your kids were young and in diapers and it was full and they just shit all over their clothes and back and belly. Or that's not it at all, is it? I'm sorry.
No, you're way off.
That's completely different.
Oh,
but yes, to your point, men in general, especially the older we get, we just absorb stuff.
Yeah.
And it gets put away somewhere. We think we're over it until somebody pisses you off. Now you're fighting.
Right.
Right. Not physically fighting, but now it's let go. So I think it has to for your own health. Or what if you don't? What if you just never lose your shit? What do you think happens?
I think you'll mentally go insane.
Right. Right.
You'll drive yourself crazy. You've got to release it somehow.
You got to release it.
And you know what we really need to point out for us is that losing your shit doesn't necessarily have to be on another person.
Correct.
Like, what keeps me freaking sane?
Throwing iron.
Working out, baby.
Right.
You know it. You know it.
Throwing iron.
And you know what? Guess who didn't work out this morning? Because I had to leave too early.
Right, because you had to leave because you had to unplug your wind-up toy. I know. It's fine.
So It's a sexy car, okay?
It's
Leave
something.
it alone.
It's
sexy.
something. It's cute in its own little way. I'm gonna put it in the bed of my truck one day. And you call me like,
Anyway.
hey, come pick me up. My battery died.
Right.
We bring my gas generator to charge it.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Is when people do that. Oh God.
All right.
So
we're getting off topic again here.
But losing your shit can be done in many different ways. You could pump iron, you can go for a bike ride, you can go for a long drive, but you've gotta unload all that shit you've been taking for so long.
And I tell you who you do not do this with, who you do not lose your shit on and unload on is your wife and kids.
Oof. Preach.
You do not do that, especially your kids are young. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground yet. So for you to unload anything on them is not fair to them.
Yeah. And they're watching everything.
And they're watching their mind. Correct.
They're learning behavior. Man. So you cannot even if you come home and you lose your shit on a friend over the phone.
Right.
Or someone that's not even in your house at the time.
They hear it.
Your kids are hearing it. They're seeing it. You got to be real careful.
And I'll take it a step forward, especially if you have a son.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Especially with sons. We both have sons.
Yep. You got one, I got three.
They're going to learn from us.
Mm-hmm.
How to be a man later in life and how to deal with adversity.
Yeah.
And your wife is your person. So you definitely don't lose your shit on her, even if she's the reason you want to lose your shit. Right? I mean, let's be real, right?
Statement.
Well, it is loaded, but our last episode, we had talked a little bit about longevity, and after 16 years, sometimes I want to punch my wife. It's fine.
No.
And she'll tell you the same thing about me. I think she has told you that.
I can pause this, rewind.
That's okay.
Delete that.
We don't need to do that.
And we can re-record.
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Yep, I'm fine. Good.
I feel for you.
She'll tell you the same thing about me. So, but in all seriousness, ow.
Yeah, that looks like it hurt.
It's a knee.
He popped up. Good for him. Good.
You're not allowed to hit him.
He got hurt.
Yeah, you're not allowed to hit high anymore. So now everybody just doesn't have ACLs anymore.
Right.
In all seriousness, no. Yeah, you don't ever want to do that with your wife. So what's the other way? So I don't work out. So how do I deal with having to unload my stress? And generally mine looks a little different. I'm not necessarily doing a physical activity, but mine is just being alone and being in a quiet space to where I can mentally deal with whatever happened and just let it out.
You could actually release when you do that?
If I'm by myself in the right environment, yes, I can.
Huh.
I can just, I will talk to myself a little bit, if you will, kind of talk through what happened again and just try to let it go. Right. I haven't been to the point where I need to hit something in a very long time. Now, when I was younger in my 20s, yeah, I would take it out on somebody else's face, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm older and more mature now. So
you don't want to go to jail.
I don't want to go to jail. I wouldn't do good. I'm too pretty for jail.
Pretty?
I'm too pretty for jail. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's a soap on a rope thing. Just doesn't sound.
Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, but
as far as a physical thing I do, that's it.
Yeah,
because I don't lift weights. It is not a nice QB one. Okay, we need Denver to lose.
Team. Sorry, the Bills aren't playing. I really don't give two shits about
this fucking Bills. Here we go with the Bills. We're in Ohio. Nobody gives a shit about the
record?
Bills. Nobody cares about the Bills in Ohio.
Record? What's your record?
Didn't we beat the Bills when we went to the Super Bowl that year?
Did you win that Super Bowl?
Hey, what happened in that game when you gave Mahomes 13 seconds?
Let's talk about this season. Why are we bringing up old shit? Oh my God! Why bring up old shit? Go Bills. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And Denver is running all over there.
Don't worry about Denver, okay? It looks like the Bengals defense right now.
All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna go grab a beer. Let me pause this.
Okay.
That's the beauty of technology. We're back, and you didn't even know we were gone. But no, I was thinking another way that I decompress when I'm trying to take some shit is just. Yeah.
That's always a good one.
Right there, baby. No, that is a horrible idea.
I mean, that's what I said. It's a horrible idea. That's not good. What was I talking
It's
about?
never good. Like, you've got to actually make sure that you come to your resolution, whatever it may be
Yes.
within that conflict.
Yeah.
Make sure you're okay with it. Calm yourself. And then if you want to have a beer or drink or something, go
Have a
for
beer.
it. But I'm telling you, man, they always say it's an old cliche, but your problems are not solved at the bottom of a bottle.
No.
It's going to be right back there when
It's going to be worse.
So, I mean, listen, I'm guilty of it. I've tried to cure issues with alcohol in the past, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. So if you're a guy out there, or a gal, you're struggling with that, just take our word for it.
It does not work.
No. But how do you resolve some stuff?
Well, I think, as you get older, you kind of realize the old getting more done, killing it with kindness, right? Maybe that's not the right word, but just conflict resolution when you see it happening. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. What's that old saying? You attract more bees with honey than you will with salt.
That's a great saying.
And it's so true.
It is true. It is true.
There are many, many times where, you could be anywhere. You could be in a fast food restaurant. Right. You could be at Lowe's, whatever. And somebody's just pissing you off.
Yep.
And you can either get pissed off and yell, cuss, scream, where that's going to do absolutely nothing.
Nope.
It's going to piss the other person off. Yeah, it's going to give them a headache. It's going to make the situation worse. But you're talking about killing them with kindness.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, I know, I see you're super busy. When you get a second, come over here. I could just use a little help. But finish what you're doing first. I'll be right here when you're done. Usually people be like, I appreciate it.
There is. And I will say, I know a couple people in my life that are really good at it. You're one of them. And my wife is another one of them.
I sucked at it today.
Well, again, build up, right? Because we don't release enough.
And then my bag's empty.
Right.
So it's going to be another probably 10 years before this happens again.
I mean, we have never been in the 4 years we've known each other, we've been in a couple potentially sticky situations and come out with no real issues.
Right.
Because you're really good at conflict resolution. My wife is really good at it too. Me,
you're good.
I am not.
There's been plenty of times where we've been out when I'm like, oh, this could definitely become an issue.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, because we were just resolve whatever's going on. Oh shoot! Remember that time at Beer Olympics when that one guy was just giving problems, and he's like your size.
Yep.
And no one was around, and I had just had it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, listen, man, I'm going to tell you why. Because he asked me something. Do you have a problem with me? And I said, yeah. And let me tell you why. And I don't want to go into it because everything's been resolved now.
Yep.
But out of nowhere, you, Dan, I think even Patty Cakes
was there.
Just came out of nowhere and was like, we have a problem.
Right.
And we just all looked at each other and we're like, you know what? No, we don't. And it was resolved. I don't know if it's because I had three guys his size that just came to my back real quick. Or if he and I had talked it out prior to you guys getting there.
I think you might have softened it before we got there. I'm not sure how long it was going on beforehand because me, Dan, and Patty Cakes were doing something else. We kind of all saw it at the same time.
Yeah.
And may have knocked over a couple tables and some chairs and pushed people out of the way to get there. Maybe. I don't know.
No, let me tell you, as your boy, like your friend, that was good shit.
Yeah, man.
Like that was awesome. I appreciate that.
We're
I had him though.
You did have him, but he may have had friends that we didn't know he had.
Right.
You got to make it fair. You got to even the numbers.
True.
But I've seen you do a lot of that. My wife is very good at it, and she has taught me over the years. When she first met me, I was a little different, right? I was very much quick to the draw. Now we're fighting. Not like that anymore. Grown up, she's a big part of that because she's really good at it too. Your wife's good at it as well. So I learned from the three of you.
That's cool.
Little tidbit here. I'm stuck in the middle of these friendships we have, the four of us that are kind of in this group. The three of them are all strong type A's. I am not. So it is, the three of them have taught me a lot about life and moving forward. So it's all good. Yes, killing with kindness is definitely worth it. It's not worth to get in trouble. It's not worth it for your family, your kids. You want your kids to learn how to defend themselves, but at the same time, not be stupid with it and get themselves in trouble.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
Don't have much to add there, man.
I don't either. I think we're good here.
All right.
Gonna watch the Chargers win because nobody cares about Buffalo.
Let's see if he completes this pass.
Oh,
that's what you get for talking.
I don't.
You know what? Hey, guys, we'll check it back in on you. See ya.
All right, see ya.